Hypothyroidism, and specifically Hashimoto's thyroiditis, is a condition that I've been seeing more and more in my naturopathic clinical practice, and also the literature is confirming that the incidence of it is on the rise in the Western world. Look, there's many reasons for that, and I've written an entire blog post which I will link below to explain the reasons for that. But in this video, I wanted to give you two really simple, low-cost tests you can do at home to rule in or out whether hypothyroidism is at play. Really simple thyroid screening questionnaire. It's what I use in my practice, and it's from the Institute of Functional Medicine, an association that I am a member of, and it goes through all the risk factors personally and in your family history, as well as any signs and symptoms that you may be experiencing. It will take you less than 2 minutes, and if you tick more than 3 of those statements, then I would very much have hypothyroidism on your radar and definitely warrants reaching out to a practitioner who can get you a clearer diagnosis. One requires a little bit more effort, but if you're already somebody who charts your fertility, you're already doing it. It is measuring your basal body temperature. Now, your basal body temperature is the temperature you take first thing in the morning. So it's literally getting a basal body temperature thermometer from a pharmacy, drugstore, chemist, and it is slightly different to a regular thermometer in that it will give you a reading of 2 decimal places, and you need that to get the sensitivity and the specificity to be able to give you the insights you need for this. So what you do is that if you are somebody who charts your cycle, then I would pull up your, and you're taking your basal body temperature correctly. So the correct way to do that is first thing you do when you wake up, before you put anything in your mouth, before you have a sip of tea, sip of water, before you get out of bed, you take your temperature and you make a note of the reading. Now, if you're already doing that, then go back and look at your charts. What you want in your follicular phase, so that is from the beginning of menstruation up until ovulation. Ovulation will, you'll see a spike in temperature. It will go up about 0.2 of a degree or more, and it will stay up there. And that's what we will see in ovulatory cycles, 2 different types of temperature readings. So what you want to do is you want to take the readings from the first half. So you'll want to wait until you're at your next menstrual cycle and start taking your temperature from day 1 for at least 10 days. This is a little bit of my version on the Barnes test, which asks you to take your temperature on days 2, 3, and 4, and then take an average of the 3. Because I'm a fertility awareness educator, because I am a fertility awareness self-practicer, it's what I use. I know that that is not going to be an accurate way to do it. So I like to say take 10 readings, and you want to look at if any of those readings consistently fall below 36.4 degrees centigrade. I'm sorry, I forgot, I memorized the Fahrenheit equivalents, and I will include it in the notes below what that is. But when you've got a healthy thyroid function, your readings will be between 36.4 and 37.1. If your thyroid is struggling, then it's going to be below that and consistently. So you're looking at a pattern of 3 consistent readings that are below that 36.4 mark. It's not unusual to sometimes have, really low readings and higher ones. That's just, there are many factors that can affect that, which is why I like to take the 10 and look for those patterns. If you do have that, then, and you do the thyroid questionnaire and you've measured more than 3, I would make an appointment with a holistically minded practitioner, whether that is a naturopath, a functional medicine doctor, an integrative doctor, somebody who gets it. As you'll be able to read in my blog post, that getting an in-depth thyroid panel can be tricky if you're not being able to present a lot of this good evidence to basically make a case for yourself that getting those deeper investigations is warranted, because it's so easily, hypothyroidism in its early stages can be missed because Medicare, at least in Australia, only covers one marker, and that will only show as off when things are really quite advanced. And the sooner that you can pick up on especially Hashimoto's thyroiditis and be able to intervene, the better chance you have at being able to reverse the autoimmune process. So there's my 2 tips, very simple. You can download or look at the screening test in the blog post, and I will link to a post that I've written about taking accurate basal body temperature, including thermometer options. Clara Bailey, I am a naturopath, a health coach, and a fertility awareness educator, and if you found this useful, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to stay in the loop of future videos I do, generally on all things people with uterus's health, then make sure you subscribe.